on 3.
I never listen to my teachers unless they use
Let's love and logic. I have no clue. Let's keep going.
The philosophy of love and logic is to set firm limits to your children in loving ways without using anger, without using lecture or threats. There's 3 important steps you need to know to use love and logic in your classroom. The first step is to use enforceable statements.
The second step in love and logic is providing choices for the students.
The third step in love and logic is to provide empathy for the students.
We love and logic because it works.
You want to make sure that you're not telling kids, don't do this, don't do that. Instead, you want to tell them what you will allow to happen in your classroom. We want to avoid looking like a fool when you can't get your students to do what you say. There's nothing more frustrating than being in your classroom and you're trying to get a student to stop doing an undesirable behavior and they just keep doing it. For example, instead of saying, don't sharpen the pencil while I'm talking, say, I allow students to sharpen their pencils when I'm not talking and when we're not doing extra work. Kids who follow my rules in my classroom will be allowed to work in groups. Another example is when you tell a kid, don't talk to me with that tone of voice. Instead, say, I'll be happy to listen to you whenever your voice is just as calm as mine. Remember, use an enforceable statement anytime you want to avoid telling someone what to do. Every time you tell a strong-willed person what to do, that goes for students, spouses, kids, anybody. If they're strong-willed and you tell them what to do, you're basically handing them your power. Whenever you use enforceable statements, this gives you so much more credibility. We also get rid of the control battle. The arguing between teachers and students back and forth about not doing something, it just takes that all away for us and we don't even have to worry about that. Instead, we share the control by providing choices, and Blake is going to talk to you about that next.
The name of the game in teaching is all about getting kids to cooperate. And love and logic teachers get a lot of cooperation because we are able to provide choices for children throughout the day. The choice that I might give students in my class is one that I'm going to be happy with the outcome no matter what. We're going to read our book today. You can read your book on the floor or you can stay in your seat. So I can say, okay, today you have the choice to work in partners or work alone. You have the choice to write your work down on the piece of paper or you can speak it out loud to your partner. And really what I'm looking for there is the learning process. Would you like to play by the rules or would you rather learn about the game by watching others play? Let me know what you think.
We're focusing on the controllable. It's called the enforceable statement. It's a way of setting limits that we can actually enforce or follow through with.
Give 99% of your choices when everything is going well. And remember that when we give choices to students who become resistant, all right, we lose power and actually reward resistant behavior. So give the choices before they become resistant. People learn from their own decisions. So the great thing about the love and logic technique is that it teaches kids how to make decisions. We're just limiting those decisions for them, and we're funneling those decisions into decisions that we're happy with, that we think would be good decisions for them in their life at that point in time.
Be sure and provide a strong and sincere dose of empathy. Empathy allows the child to stay calm enough to solve the problem and learn from it. Empathy enables students to use their frontal lobes instead of their brainstems. This means that they are capable of thinking rather than simply reacting with fight or flight. Empathy also allows the child's poor decision to be the bad guy, while allowing the adult to remain the good guy, which is what we want, obviously. As a result, empathy cuts down on resentment and revenge. Here are some examples. Oh no, that's never good. Or, try this. That's so sad. Or, this really stinks.
And go.
Or you could say, dang. Or, how sad. The good one, a really good one I like is, what a bummer. You don't have to use one of those. You can think up your own empathetic statement. But just make sure you truly mean what you're saying. Don't make it sound fake. You actually mean what you're saying.
Because when we discipline kids with great amounts of love, what do they say to themselves? Oh, thank goodness. Somebody loves me enough to set some limits.
Oh, you're filming me now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it, because you're going to probably do bloopers, aren't you? Please don't do bloopers. Okay. All right.
Can just keep recording.
I'm used to talking with an audience. We want to avoid looking like a fool.
I hate Love and Logic.
Like, is it that bad? I'm
No.
trying to be better. Okay. Follow through in mind. This isn't working. Okay. Let me see what I said.
I might give students my
Start over. Okay, go. It's okay. You weren't ready. Do it again. Remember that an unenforceable statement is what you don't want to do. You don't want to tell kids what to do. Kids don't want to hear what to do or what not to do. Whenever you use an unenforceable statement, which remember, that's what you don't want to do. Is that stupid?
And God, I'm losing it.
I can't read what it says. I was gonna say when I'm calm, we'll talk then.
The name of the game in teaching is all about.
I'm too angry to think straight.